Hello there. Today I want to talk about distribution. Distribution is one of the targets we use for the 4 cash generating transactions that we target in our early stage level 1 of our program. Now, I've talked about capital raising, which is one of the primary ones we use, but I want to now discuss the distribution, because distribution is going to be very important if that's what your target is. So if your first commercial objective is going to be distribution, you need to find, qualify and pitch to somebody who meets the criteria that you need. Now, you need at least one party who has an established channel to take your product so they can sell it alongside what they already have. So what they have must be complementary to what you've got in synergy. So every time they have burgers and fries, people buy a burger, they buy fries, and it's important for you to be able to add value to or enhance what they're selling at the moment. So we try and get a complete value add to the program, and we always try and get that product that fits the channel, make sure it does fit that channel. Now, it helps to focus on the average sale value of the product drivers, profit drivers. So we talk about profit drivers. One is average sale value. Now, if I take that out and just explain to what it is, it's all about fries and burgers. If somebody comes through a drive-through and they buy a burger, it doesn't cost you any more to sell them chips as well, or fries. And the reason for that is because they are already there. So there's no cost of gaining a new client or customer. They are already there to buy. So all you're doing is topping up their purchase. And if you can find a complementary channel, you're just topping up the purchase of all of the people who come through and buy from that channel or through that retail store or whatever. But more importantly, the chances are that the person you target for a distribution agreement may already have 100,000 customers who had previously purchased that they can write to and say, hey, you bought this, here's that, and that is going to complement your this. So why don't we do this? And it makes it a lot of sense for them to then do a market burst and cover their costs in just one email to 100,000 people. And we've had that happen before, so people have no risk in their project whatsoever. So, so you have to show them how you can turn a $100 sale into $150 every next sale, but more importantly, you can go backwards and pull another 50 out of the 100,000 clients that they've had in the past. So it's the burgers and fries. There's no cost of new client. Everything works out for them. So how do we do that? And it's not easy. First, we have to profile them. So we have to find someone who's earning dollars in your industry, probably servicing your customer profile and with a non-competing product. That's important. Now, they can support your product. They have to be able to do that. And they're good they've got a good reputation for carry through or follow through. If they don't look after their clients, you don't particularly want to get your product tagged with the same sort of stink, if you like. Then we research them. So if we start out, we go online, we look for the client profile, then we go to their website and we pull down their annual reports. If they're a public company, they'll have published annual reports, and we'll look at how they handle transactions, that is mergers and acquisitions. We'll look at all the different things about how they've grown their company. We'll also go online and look at customer opinions, customer feedback, online feedback with distributors, and see if there's any disputes with them in terms of legal. So we look at court documents associated with them, and any other acquisitions they've had, how they've gone about it, who's been responsible for it within their organisation. So we get a really good profile before we even approach them. Then we build our case. So we're looking at the commercial model, leverages, risks, exit, as we have before, and we're showing them exactly where the value is in the proposal. Then we set up meetings to pitch our offer to them. We don't pitch the product, we're pitching an offer. The offer includes the product, but there's so much more, because we're saying we're going to add fries to your burger without risk to you. You don't have to go out and find a whole new set of clients to boost your business. You've already got those clients. Here's how you boost your business. Now, we'll show them how to find those people. And we usually start with trade shows and the likes, because we know we get a target-rich environment. There's no better place than a trade show to find 10 of your prospects for distribution or licensing agreements than a trade show. And so if we target the trade show right, you can get in there, you can get the 10 names and make appointments with them and have them the product managers meet you on site. It's a whole lot easier. It's hectic, but it's a lot easier, more convenient. You can also do it on LinkedIn. We do it with websites. We do it on phone with a lot of different ways, but we have the process and we have the methods and the scripts. So we show you what to pitch, what not to pitch, which is more important, and we get you to your first distribution agreement. That's important for you. Now, once you've got that, you can stay on for your second distribution agreement within a 6-month period, or you can move on to something like a licensing agreement in another territory or the same territory, or you trade sale a whole lot to somebody, including that entity. You may decide after trading with them for 6 months that you're going to drop your project over to them and trade sale it for. And we show you how to do that. And I'll talk to you about trade sale in the next one of the next explainers. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow and we'll talk about licensing.